Hey there, thanks for watching. This is the Well-Behaved Wallet, where we talk about mindset, motivation, and making or saving money. I believe that your wallet is a window to your life, and my mission is to help you feel good about your finances. So I'm coming at you with a Side Hustle Saturday video, and today I'm going to be talking about why you would want multiple streams of income. I'm going to be telling you what my multiple streams of income are, and I'm going to be giving you 7 tips or tricks to increase the income sources and diversify them that you already have coming in using skills that I know you already have. So if you're interested in hearing my take on this, stay tuned. Okay, so I was having this conversation with a friend of mine, and I was kind of telling him some of the income streams I had, and he was like, why would you want all these different income streams? Did you ever think that maybe if you just focused on one, you'd be able to grow it and deepen it and whatnot? And I'm like, yeah, that's a really good point. I think about that every day because I think about allocating resources and how to spend my time best and how to best invest myself, my energy, my direction every day. And it can be tough, let me tell you, because if you're anything like me, you got a lot of different things on your plate at any given time, including your family, spending time with friends, doing your day job well, and then you're trying to kind of like build up that side income on the side. And so what I really thought about for myself is, how am I allocating my time? How is it best to allocate your time? And why is it important to have multiple streams of income? So I did some thinking, and this is what I came up with for why it's important to have multiple streams of income. Again, I'm going to share with you what my streams of income are, and then give you some ideas that I'm kind of like working on myself and that I've seen work for myself and other people in the past on how to increase those different income sources. So why would you want multiple streams of income? Why not just stick with one? It's really important, but it's also critical to diversify. That's my tip number 1, is if you diversify where your income is coming from, that way, if one thing gets knocked out from under you, you still have some other income sources to lean on. So you think of it like a tripod, right? If it's just a monopod and that one pod gets kicked out, like let's say there's a layoff or there's a downturn in whatever the sector is, and you only have that one stream of income, that income gets kicked out from under you and you're going to be reeling. Whereas if you have other legs to lean on, you've got a little bit more time, you've got some kind of a backup. Even if you don't want to rely on those things for your primary income, I don't necessarily want to do that myself. Just the fact that they're there, at least I know in my experience, has given me comfort. I will give you an example. So I was laid off at the beginning of 2017. And that was my main day job, and it was crushing. It was a little bit disorienting, but I knew that I had other ways of earning an income. I didn't necessarily want to earn an income like that, but I knew that I already had streams in place that would keep me upright for at least the time it took for me to get back on my feet. So that's number 1, is you just want to diversify. No, so that way if something goes down, you got something else to hold you up. Number 2, it allows you to learn new skills and to kind of hone new skills and experiences, and it just keeps you kind of like sharp in thinking. For example, one of my day job is very sort of numbers, data analysis focused, whereas a lot of my side hustles are not so much. One of my side hustles is not so much, and I get to work with kids, and I love that. I love interacting with kids and like feeling their energy and the way they see the world is just full of kind of imagination and possibility, and I feel really encouraged to take some of that possibility and imagination and use that in my day job. That's something that I try to do, is to take that energy from my side hustle and bring it to my day job and allow that to make me a better worker at my day job. So tip number 3 is that multiple streams of income allow you to learn yourself and learn new skills. So these new skills that I'm learning really force me to take ownership of myself. And really, I'm the only one there, because if I'm running these side hustles, I don't got anyone else to lean on but myself. So it's like in my day job, I've got a boss, I've got like people around me that I can kind of not necessarily lean on, but I can look to them for expertise. Whereas if in my side hustles, I'm the only one there for motivation, right? I've got to motivate myself, and I am the only one there. So if I need to learn something, I gotta learn it myself. Ain't nobody gonna teach me. I gotta learn it. So that's number 2, is you get to learn new skills. Number 3 is it allows you to know yourself better. You really learn yourself through the way that you react in different situations. For example, if you are selling something to someone, like a physical product, and this person decides to be not such a great customer, it allows you to really learn those skills. In this case, it happened to be customer service. And you learn how to interact with people and deal with people in a completely different sphere. And you can learn that experience, that expertise, gain that expertise, and bring that to your day job and bring that to all the other jobs. Experiencing things in a different sector always gives you a wealth of opportunity and learning that you can apply to other sectors. So that is number 3. Number 4 is it really forces you to manage your time well and to really prioritize and to make decisions about the best possible way to spend your time. I know that's something that I work towards all the time. And it's not necessarily being disciplined to do things, but it's being disciplined to do the right things and being ruthless with time and with yourself to say when something isn't necessarily working or when something just doesn't become worth your time anymore. And that can be really tough to make that call. And sometimes you might have to do things that you don't love in order to get to a certain point, which is often where I find myself. But it really encourages you to be the best possible manager of your time because you really realize that time is precious. Time is more than money. People say time is money. Time is more expensive than money because you can never get it back. So that is something that you really learn when you've got multiple streams of income that are all asking for your attention. And tip number 5, reason number 5 why you would want multiple streams of income is because it lets you meet new people. It lets you experience new things and be exposed to a variety of different marketplaces, which I think is critical for just developing you holistically as an individual. And I think that's critical to have sort of a wealth of experience. So those are my 5 reasons for why you would want multiple streams of income. And here are my streams of income that are generating money today. So I've got a couple things that are kind of in the works that I'm like developing at, like working on, and those are not generating income, so I do not count them. Right now I only have 4 streams of income that are active at present to varying degrees, but they are my day job, my teaching music lessons, my eBay store, and this YouTube. So, and it's really encouraging to really see the way that I've grown in YouTube, that you actually have allowed me and encouraged me to grow, because YouTube, I was just recently monetized, and it's so amazing to have had that curve and to. Actually, if you're watching at this point, thank you. Again, you're awesome, because this has kind of taught me a lot about persistence and perseverance and sort of learning what's necessary to get things done. So that has become a source of income, and one that I feel like is such a privilege, and that I want to be better at serving your needs and giving you the content and showing you things that you want to see, that I can show you. So those are my streams of income at present. And here are the 7 tips that I am looking at and using myself right now to help expand, to bring in more income using things that I already have in place right now. So number 1, rather than kind of like going out and starting some new thing, like I decided, I want to start wholesaling or something, which I actually did at the beginning of the year. What that was an expansion of something I already had in place. So I already have this YouTube store and this e-commerce sort of platform going on. And then the wholesaling was just kind of an expansion and a deepening of that. I wanted to get more items for cheaper, which is exactly what I did. So I encourage you, if you're looking for more ways to make income, look at what you already have around you, skills you already have. If you're a great gardener, if you're a great cook, I know I had one commenter who teaches CPR, and I think that is such an awesome thing. Look for ways to deepen. If you are looking for ways to do that, you may have more work than you can already handle right now, and that is cool. But look for ways that expand on sets of skills that you already have. Number 2, gain more knowledge in one area. For example, I'd really like to be better at sort of, I'm going to say, keyword research and looking up finding what people are searching for and connecting them with what they're looking for, and getting more knowledge in that area. Or if, for example, you are already really good at eBay, using that knowledge to expand on and to teach that to other people would be a fantastic way to deepen your side hustle. For me, it was in lessons, it was something that I was already doing. I was already part of an orchestra, and it just happened that word of mouth got me teaching more students. So that's how that one happened for me. Tip number 3 is to speak to more people, to a wider audience. So if you're already maybe, I don't know, talking about organizing, if organizing is your passion, see if you can speak to a wider audience. Get out there, see if there are areas and events in your community, if there are people locally that you can speak to, if you can go to schools, if you can go to businesses. Expand the people that you are talking to. Tip number 4 is to ask for referrals. Look for reach in wherever you're doing in your current opportunities. So if you're already talking to people, ask, hey, is there anyone else you might connect me with, or you might think that it would be good for me to speak with? People are really, I would say always, usually, people are generally willing to help if you ask for it. And if you're already out there and moving and you're hustling, people are generally willing to help you reach the next level. And that's number 5, is to make connections outside of your current opportunities. So to look for areas that are as yet untapped using your skills. So there's this theory, Tasha and Joseph from One Big Happy Life talk about this a lot. It's called the blue ocean theory, where there are sort of pockets of water that are yet untouched, which are called the blue ocean. Those are demands that haven't already been saturated. Whereas the red ocean is ocean where there's a lot of competition, there's a lot of noise. And if you're already there, it can be really hard to make a name for yourself. Whereas if you move to an area that has no competition in it and that is kind of untested, there are many opportunities in that blue area as well. Tip number 6 is to be a resource for other people. If you are really great at doing CPR and instructing people in CPR, be the go-to resource for that. Really work your authority and your knowledge base in that. Be proud of your skills. If you have gained those skills, that's amazing, and be proud of them. So the way that I use this is in my lessons, in my teaching. It can be tough to kind of take ownership for that, but to say, hey, this is something that I love doing, and this is something that I've seen students really grow in, and I've really had success in that area. So don't be afraid to kind of talk to people about that, and to be excited about what you do, and always be looking for connections and opportunities to explain what you do and to potentially gain more customers for what you do. And number 7, this is my last tip. Try new things based on referrals. Use who you know. So use people that are resources to you. And by use, I mean, let's say use. I want to say experience or speak with. Allow people to kind of encourage you and maybe inspire you to try new things. If you have a friend with a similar skill set that's trying a new opportunity, think about things, how that might work out for you. And this is kind of an old example in terms of teaching. When I was looking kind of for a career path, I didn't necessarily follow my friends. I just paid attention to what some of my other friends were doing and where they were headed. And I saw that a path in teaching that really worked out well for them. So I kind of thought to myself, that might work out well for me too. It might be a good opportunity. And I ended up doing my own research and really looking into it for myself and finding out that, hey, this was a great opportunity for me. So this is something that I tried out doing, and it worked out pretty well for me. So I was happy to kind of use their experience and allow that to encourage and inspire me. So I would encourage you to do that as well. So that's my take on the whole idea of having multiple incomes and the benefits of diversity, while at the same time tying together all of your interests under the umbrella of things that will serve you and give you more than you put in, with the idea that you want to be investing your time and not just spending it. Right? So time, like money, is a window to your life, your circumstances, your values, and for better or for worse, this becomes who we are. So just kind of for reference, in the day, you spend some time, let me keep it personal. I spend some time just looking up random things that interest me. I mentioned before, I really enjoy luxury handbags, things that are really well made. I like design. I like looking at pictures of astronomy. And I'm mentioning this, like Crab nebulas and the Heart nebulas. I love sort of the NASA telescope pictures. So I spend some time doing that. But my point is, you can have time for the exciting, fun things that don't necessarily tie into your income, as long as you are really making the most of your income generating opportunities. And like it or not, this is how you spend your time. It becomes who you are. This is the person that you are becoming. So on that note, I will say thank you so much for spending your time with me. I hope this has given you some inspiration for your side hustles. And this is what I ask of you if you have made it this far. Let me know in the comments what your side hustles are, how you are earning incomes. If you have more than one stream of income, what are they? Share them in the comments. Let's get a discussion going. Maybe you can inspire someone to start something different if you've had really great success. I know some of you out there are awesome at eBay and doing a really good job at that. So share your success down in the bottom. Be great to see what other people are doing for their side hustles and how they are bringing in how you are bringing in multiple streams of income. So I would love to hear that. Let me know what they are. And as always, I thank you for watching, and I hope that you will keep watching. Bye.